Hello everyone. So today we'll be solving this question, this algebraic question. So the question is, consider the following system of equations with variables a and b and constant integers x and y. You immediately notice a difference. Normally, you assume x and y to be variables and a and b to be constant integers. So keep that in mind. So these are the two lines. This is the first equation. This is the second equation. A plus 2b is equal to 4, xa plus yb is equal to 4x. By what number must the sum of x and y be divisible in order for the two equations to have infinitely many solutions? So for two equations to have infinitely many solutions, those two equations must be coincident. So the key word here, wait a minute. The key word, oh god, what's happening? The key word here is coincident. The key word here is coincident, and coincident lines are those lines that align perfectly with each other. So like they are on top of each other. So if you look at a graph, if this is line 1, then the other line 2 will perfectly go on top of each other. Like basically the same line. But then they can have kind of different equations. I'll give you an example. So let's say 2x plus 3y is equal to 0 is one of those equations, and the other equation is 4x plus 6y is equal to 0. They look different. One has 2 and 3, another has 4 and 6. But if we reduce the second equation by taking 2 common, what is happening to the pen today? It's not writing properly. I simply don't know why. Anyway, is equal to 0. And when this 2 goes to the other side, we will get the same equation as the first equation. So those kind of lines are coincident. And for coincident lines, there is a condition. And the condition is a1 over a2 is equal to b1 over b2 is equal to c1 over c2. A1 is the coefficient of the first variable, and similarly b1 of the second, and c1 is simply the constant. So if we are to apply this from both the equations, we get 1 over x is equal to 2 over y is equal to 4 over minus 4x. I'll explain this. So 1 is the coefficient of a over here, and x is the coefficient of a for the other equation. Similarly, 2 over here, y over here, and the constant should be with other variables. So the equation should be something like this: a plus, what's happening today? Just don't understand. A plus 2b minus 4 is equal to 0. Something like this. This is the equation. So you should take the constant to the left hand side. So that's how you get the minus sign, right? Yeah. So minus and minus, they make each other plus. 4 cancels 4. So ultimately we have 1 over x is equal to 2 over y is equal to 1 over x again. So if we take the first and the third, this and this are the same, 1 over x. So we don't have to treat them as different. So let's go to the other page. The pen is not working properly, so sorry if that's creating some confusion. So let's take the first and second ratios together, and we'll get 1 over x is equal to 2 over y. From this we get y is equal to 2x. We have done this entire mathematical process considering that those two equations are coincident, right? But then that's not the question. For those two lines to have infinitely many solutions, that is, for them to be coincident, what number will perfectly divide the sum of x and y? So for them to have infinitely many solutions, y is equal to 2x is one of those conditions. I hope you are getting me. So y is equal to 2x is a necessary condition for those two lines to have infinitely many solutions. And what number will perfectly divide the sum of x and y? Let's see. So the sum of x and y simply means y plus x, right? So let's substitute the value from here. For them to have infinitely many solutions, this is a condition. So let's take help of the condition and proceed. I don't know why I'm not being able to give. Yeah, okay, fine. So y can be replaced as 2x and x as x. So is equal to 3x. Now, let's think. We have 3x and we need this to be perfectly divided by a particular number. So let's read the question again. By what number must the sum of x and y be divisible in order for the two equations to have infinitely many solutions? So for them to have infinitely many solutions, they have to be coincident lines. And if they are coincident lines, then this condition, this one, must be true. And if this condition is true, then y is equal to 2x. And when y is equal to 2x, their sum, the sum of y and x, will ultimately give us 3x. This can be a little confusing, these ifs and whens. So try to watch this video again if you don't understand it. But I'm trying my best to make you understand. So 3x, and what number will perfectly divide 3x? There may be other numbers, we don't know. But there is one particular number that will for sure perfectly divide 3x. What is it? It's obviously 3. 3x by 3, this 3 cancels this 3 and gives us a constant integer x. So the answer for this question is 3, and for sure 3 will perfectly divide because 3x by 3 will give you simply x, no decimals, nothing, because 3x by 4 will give you a decimal, 0 point something 8 or something like that, right? So yeah, 3 is the answer to this question. I hope you have understood this. If you have not, please leave a comment below. I'll be more than happy to clarify your doubts. But thank you so much for joining me on this video, and hope to see you in my next videos. Thank you.